morning, my students. Today we are going to explain Unit 10. Look at the title of Unit 10. You must sit down. You must sit down. Sit down is the opposite of stand up. Sit down, stand up. Look at the picture here. What can you see here in the picture? I can see a mountain. A mountain. I can see here a mountain. 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 We have to stress on the first syllable here and say it aloud. Mountain. Mountain. Is there a mountain near our town? Is there a mountain near our town? Yes, there is, or no, there isn't. It's very hot. It's very hot here. We must drink a lot of water. We must drink a lot of water. We must drink a lot of water. You mustn't forget your hat. It's very hot. You mustn't forget your hat. Forget. Forget is a verb. The opposite of remember. What must we do? Or what must you do, my students? When you are in a school, can you shout? Speak loudly? Of course. No. We mustn't shout. We mustn't shout. Can we run? Or can you run? No. You mustn't run. No, you mustn't run. Can you walk? Yes, you can, or you must walk. And instead of saying, instead of running, yes, you have to, or you must walk instead of run. Now let us have a look at the following vocabulary. These vocabulary are very important for you to understand the lesson. The first word here is a lot of. A lot of. In hot weather, you must drink a lot of water. But you mustn't drink a lot of cola or fizzy drinks. Drink is a verb. Drink. When you are thirsty, you must drink. When it is hot, you must drink. You must drink a lot of water. Forget. Forget is a verb, the opposite of remember. When it is hot, you mustn't forget your hat. You mustn't forget your hat. Guide. Guide is a noun. Guide is a person. When you go on for a holiday or to one of historical places in Jordan, we need to go with a guide. A guide is a person who can show you the directions, the places, can give you information about places that you don't know. Mountain. Mountain. Mountain is a noun. Is there a mountain in our town or city? Yes, there is. Or no, there isn't. Shout. Shout. Shout is a verb. We mustn't shout in class. We mustn't shout in a class. We must speak. We must speak. Now look at the first picture here. What can you see here in this picture? What can you see here in this picture? And who are these people? We have Asma, Mazen, and we have the driver here. Now, let us read the first one, the first dialogue here. Today is our school trip to Wadi Mujib. We are traveling by bus. So, there is a school trip today to Wadi Mujib. How do they go to Wadi Mujib? They go to Wadi Mujib by bus. By bus. You must drink a lot of water. You must drink a lot of water. You mustn't forget your hat. Goodbye. So mom here is giving some rules for her children. She is giving them instructions or rules, and they have to obey the rules for their mom. The first rule here is they must drink a lot of water. Why? Because the weather is very hot. It's very hot. And also, they mustn't forget their hats. They must take their hat because it's very hot, because of the sunrise. The sun is very hot. Now look at picture 2. What can you see here in the picture? What can you see here in the picture? We can see here the school or the bus and the students and Asma and Mazen and Umar and the miss. Now what they are doing, what is Umar is doing here? Umar is putting his bag inside the bus. Let us see the instructions or the rules that Miss is telling the children. You must put your bags in there. You must take water with you on the bus. It is hot today. She told them that they should take water with them. It's very hot. Now look at picture 3. Where are they? They are in the bus. Where are they? They are in the bus. They must sit down. Now let us read the dialogue here. No, Omar, you must sit down. Omar is trying to stand up. This is not good for him. This is not good. Because the bus is moving. So Omar must sit down. He mustn't stand up on the bus. It is dangerous for him. Now look at the picture 4. Try to guess who is this man. Try to guess who is this man. Is he a teacher? No, he isn't. He is a guide. He is a guide. He is a guide. As we said that the guide is a person who can help you in your journey. He can show you the way, give you information about the places, about if there are dangers and so on. Now let us read. Hello children, I'm your guide. So the person here in the picture is the guide of the school trip. So in the school trip, we have to have a guide. A person who can show you the way, the directions, the places that you don't know. And also he can give you lots of information about the places. Let us walk in the mountains. Let us walk in the mountains. Must students run in the mountains? No. They must walk. We mustn't run. We must walk in the mountains because it is dangerous. Students may fall down and hurt their arms or their legs and so on. You can see a lot of animals and birds. In Wadi Mujib, there are no lions, no tigers. There are only animals and birds. There are only animals and birds. You mustn't run or shout. You mustn't run or shout. Let me ask you some questions, my dear students. Where are Asma and Mazen going today? Are they going to Petra? No, they aren't. Are they going to Jarash? No, they aren't. So, where are they going? They are going to Wadi Mujib. How? How are they going? They are going in a car? Or by car? Or by plane? No. They are going by bus. They are going by bus. What must children drink today? They must drink a lot of water. Why? Because it's very hot here. In this place, in Wadi Mujib, it's very hot. Can Omar stand up in the bus? No, he mustn't stand up. He must sit down. He must sit down. What does Omar want to take a photo of? What does Omar want to take a photo of? He wants to take a photo of the mountain. A photo of a mountain. And you know the meaning of the mountain. What can they see in the mountains? Can they see lions, tigers, elephants? No. They can see a lot of animals and birds. Can they run or shout? No. They mustn't run or shout. Do you like walking in the mountains? Do you like walking in the mountains? Yes. Some of you like walking in the mountains. It's like an adventure. What can you see in the mountains? You can see a lot of animals, a lot of birds. Is Mujib a good place to go on a school trip? Do you think that Mujib is a good place to go on a school trip? Yes. Because it has a big mountain. There are mountains there. There are animals. There are birds. You can take a lot of photos there. Now, open your activity book, page 38, exercise 1. Read and circle and match. Here the exercise. Before we do the exercise, we have to describe the pictures. What are the boys doing here? They are running. They are running. Now look at picture B. What can you see here in picture B? What can you see here in picture B? And also, what can you see here in picture C? Someone is standing up. He mustn't stand up. He must sit down. And picture D here. Here, you can see here a bottle of water, a glass of water. And see here, mom and a girl. Now we want to read the first example that is done for you. You mustn't stand up on the bus. So which picture can match this rule? So picture C, what we see that he is standing here. That he is standing here. And this is not good for him. He must sit down. So he mustn't stand up on the bus. He mustn't stand up in the bus. Number 3. Number 2, sorry. Number 2, you mustn't drink a lot of water. Here, so number 2 can go with D. Can go with D. He must drink a lot of water. He must drink a lot of water. 3. You mustn't run. Now here, picture A, we see that they are running here. They mustn't run. They must walk. So here we have to choose mustn't run. You mustn't run. It is not good for you. It is dangerous. So we have to match it with A, the letter A. And the last one here, you mustn't forget your hat. You mustn't forget your hat. Now let us see the answers. So the answers is you must drink a lot of water. This goes with the letter D. You mustn't run can match with the picture A. And you mustn't forget your hat, that can match with B. Now, my students, you can check your answers to see whether your answers are right or wrong. Look at the sentences here. And try to make sentences about them. Here, what can you see here in the picture? Who can describe this picture? What is the boy doing here? The boy is running. Is that good for him? No, he mustn't run. He mustn't run. He must walk. So this is wrong. This is wrong. The rule here is wrong. Look at this girl here. What's she doing? She's drinking water. Is that good for her? Yes. She must drink a lot of water. She must drink a lot of water. Look at these two boys here. They are putting their hats on their heads. So this is, they must put their hats on their heads. They must put their hats on their heads. This is okay. What about this here? What is the girl here is doing? She is putting the rubbish in the bin. She is putting the rubbish in the bin. Bin is something you put rubbish in. What is the boy he is doing? He is shouting. Is that good for him? Is that allowed to shout? He mustn't shout. He mustn't shout. So, my students now, I want you now to make sentences about these pictures. The first one, you mustn't run. You must drink a lot of water. You must take your hat or put your hat on your head. You must put rubbish in the bin. You mustn't shout. Now you can check your answers, your sentences against the correct answers here. The first one is you mustn't run. So this is, let's erase this. You must drink water. You must take your hat. You must put your rubbish in the bin. You mustn't shout. Now we come to activity book, page 38, exercise 2. Now you are going to listen to a tape script and to point and to say. Here is the exercise. Listen and point and say. Now let us describe the pictures. Now, what does the guide say here? He tells him that he must or mustn't shout. He mustn't shout here. Here, this is water, so they must drink a lot of water here. Now, and the other pictures here. Now, let us now read the tape script and check your answers. Let us walk in the mountains. Let us walk in the mountains. You can see a lot of birds. You can see a lot of birds. You must take water with you. You must take water with you. You mustn't shout. Now again, I'm going to read it with pauses. Number 1. Let us walk in the mountains. So number 1 goes with D. So here we write D. So 1 with D. 2. You can see a lot of birds. So this goes with, so number 2 is C. 3. You must take water with you. So this is number 3. B goes with number 3. 4. You mustn't shout. You mustn't shout. So it goes with this is 4. Now you can match your answers and check your answers whether they are right or wrong. You are in a museum. Can you take photos in a museum? No, you mustn't take photos in a museum. Can you run? No, you mustn't run. You must walk. Can you eat in the museum? No, you mustn't eat in the museum. Can you shout in the museum? No, you mustn't shout in the museum. And thank you very much for your listening, and goodbye.